Good day to you. I'll have that ring for you. Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring and Woodsec, Miller and Kohelnitz. You'll have some work to do, and I'll have something to do soon too. A clever fellow like you will never want to work. At the very least, I'll buy this boots for you. I mean the kind that used to belong to someone else
O.
and you can't sell to just anyone.
Super.
You'll buy stolen goods from me. Thanks to your trust.
Zaraz coś posprzedajemy.
Can you tell me something about the other men?
Klika młynarzy.
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Woodsec and Kohelnitz and Simon and Sasser.
Tell me about Wojtek.
He's young and hot-blooded with a short temper. He's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that user, the merchant Wolfram.
Okay.
What about this Simon?
An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Tell me something about you.
There's nothing much to tell. I was born at the mill, I live here, and I'm sure I'll die. Before I do, I've plenty of work to do.
Can you? That's all. Would you teach me something about the milling?
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill. What do with you?
I hear you're able to open locks without a key. Will you teach me?
Certainly.
I'm interested in more of.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics first?
I'd like to practice.
All right, but
Ile? 60?
Maybe another.
Ale podstawowe już umiem.
I'm interested in.
of course you are.
What can I bet on?
Let's keep it simple. You can bet on yourself within the whole tournament if you reckon you're up to it. Not everyone's got one. If you lose, you forfeit your wager. But if you win, you'll get double back from me, on top of the prize money from Sir Hanush. That's a fair wager, ain't it? What do you say?
All right, why not?
I'm glad to hear it.
Nie, co sprzedać?
A nice little wager. Well, break a leg. Literally, I hope.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right.
No, wytrychala. Dobra, chcę sprzedać coś, tak? No to tak. Co mi skóra? Korzały nie potrzebuję. Co daje mi daje? 1 minut twoje. Oczywiście punkty głosowania, skutki. Dobra. Stawiam. A czekaj, no, kielich. Mogę sprzedać. Reszty już nie mam. Owcze runa. O. Wytrychy zawsze spoko. Jeszcze dwa dodajmy.
Can we do something about
Natural.
is this enough?
Oh, now. See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
No i super. No i to jest moja skrzynia, tak? A więc tak. Nie używamy tak. O. Dobra. Używamy OK. Połowę oddamy. Igła. To też na razie. Tu już z tym nie biegać. Sznaps. Ten sznaps zostawimy. Mamy tam 5 jeszcze. Miód zostawimy. Bandaż Z2, żeby mieć zapas. Pióra. Nie wiem to czego są. Nie umiem czytać, więc to. Maraton. Miszek. Muchomor. Pajęczyna. To. Zaraz zobaczymy, czy mogę otworzyć te mapy skarbów. Nie sprawdzałem tego jeszcze. To. OK. W sumie to tak. Czytaj. Aha, tak one wyglądają. Jedz. Nie, jedz.
So what are we to do with you, Henry?
What actually happened to you in Scalise? I mean, during the attack and, well, you know.
That's a long story.
I do.
All right then.
A, filmik. Dobra.
It was a day like any other. Another ordinary day in my ordinary life.
Jezu, to będzie cała historia. Taka filmikowa.
I awoke at first light, before the others. I like those kind of mornings best. When the first rays of sunshine quickly drive away the nighttime cold. Hello, you. Come here. And the breeze carries the scent of dew-covered grass and the bloom of spring. I wanted to get my chores done before the rest of the household was up. And this morning seemed made for that very purpose. Right, better get to work. I have to feed the hens, feed the garden, feed Pinker. I'd better get it all done before Papa is up.
A, gramy jak ona. Dobra. Okej, tego się nie spodziewałem. Fajnie. I co, Orzech będzie za nami biegał? Jo. Chodź tu.
That should do it. The garden is looking how it should again.
Super.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Chyba jemu się nie spodobało.
That's a good boy. That's my boy.
Okej.
I must bring Tinker a piece of meat. That'll be a nice treat.
Dobra. I ser dla mnie.
Look, you'll... Look what I've got for... You'll love.
O. Tak. Słodko w bagno zrzuciliśmy mu.
Here, chicky.
Czekaj.
Here you are, girls. Fill your beaks.
W ogóle nie są zainteresowani.
What do you need, Papa?
Go up and see the blacksmith. He made some nails for me. Here's some coin.
All right. Anything else while I'm at it?
No, unless you want to stop off at the market and buy some supplies. And before you go, wake Samuel. The boy's still lying in bed and won't stir. He ought to follow your example and Stebor's. You two don't have to be pushed to work. Well, at least he's still better than that good-for-nothing Zbyszek. The lazy wretch. A helper like that isn't worth a damn. If it weren't for his father, God rest his soul, I'd have thrown him out on his ear long ago.
Now, Father, you shouldn't be so hard on Zbyszek. You know he hasn't had an easy life.
And who has, girl? That's no excuse for laziness. You could tell him to get his ass to work too.
Right, go for nails, send Samuel and Zbyszek to work. If it's at all possible.
Aye, just so. Oh, and Teresa, once you've done all your chores for the day, I've a little surprise for you.
A surprise, Pa? Don't you want to tell me about it now?
Curiosity killed the cat. What kind of surprise would it be if I told you, girl?
Oh, all right.
O, alright. Okej. Co ja tam jeszcze miałem wziąć? Co to jest C? Obudź Samuela. Zmieniam sobie. Tu jest Samuel. A, tu na górze.
Sammy, get up. It's broad daylight and the birds are singing.
Yeah, I'm up.
Have a bite to eat before going to the mine.
All right, Ma. You don't have to treat me like a child. Looks like it'll be nice today, eh? I could go to the pond fishing.
But you have to go to work.
I know. But maybe I can slip off after lunch.
There will be no slipping off. You know very well Nemoy has been complaining about you.
What about dropping that pail on Tonda's head? It was an accident.
Not the first accident you've had, though, was it?
Well, there you go then. If I leave early, nothing will happen to anyone. And you can cook the fish for lunch tomorrow.
You silly sod. All you ever do at the pond is lie around. The only thing you'll catch is more trouble from the mine master when he finds out. Well, if you're not a child, you can sort it out yourself with Nemoy.
Don't I always?
Okej. Jeszcze tylko jednego.
Pa says you're idle.
A to
If
ten
you carry on like that, he'll throw you
kurczy
out.
byk.
Why would he do that? Then he'd be left only with Stibor, and Stibor's not going to break his back working either.
Listen, Zbyszek. Pa's not happy with you, and if he says you're idling, you'd better make a bit of effort. I'm only telling you for your own good. You wouldn't want to lose your job now, would you?
You lot are always going on about work as if it was a blessing from heaven. All right. I'll get to work. Anything for a bit of peace.
That's more like it. You'll see it doesn't hurt.
Mogę jej awansować poziomy? Okej. Ona była silniejsza niż my na początku. O, z łuku była. Spoko. Jest. Dobra. Ciekawe, jak daleko mogę pójść. Chyba niedaleko. W tą stronę. Używa. Dobra, nie będę jej zbierać jako Teresa.
Good day, Teresa.
Mogę tu kazać zaatakować kogoś. Fajnie.
Better to have shit in the stable than in your head. Those books of yours are of no use in the real world of ordinary people.
And indeed they have no place there. The only use you have for paper is to wipe your ass. Books belong in the hands of your betters. Only a pitchfork belongs in yours.
Tell me,
Kółko się zastanawia.
What are you two quarrelling about here, for the love of God?
this pipsqueak here claims studying is as hard a job as working in the stables.
I most certainly did not, because study is of course much harder work than mucking out a bit of horse manure.
See? That's what I'm talking about. and yet it's as clear as day.
Hang on. What's as clear as day?
That study is as hard as mucking out stables, if not harder.
A man who doesn't work with his hands is an idler, and a good for nothing. Am I wrong?
I'd like to add... You're a scholar. What are you doing in Skalitz?
I'm on my way to Sasau with letters. This ingrate here is stabling my horse overnight before I continue my journey.
What does your work involve, student?
I'm no student, but a baccalaureus, having completed the trivium of the Faculty of Liberal Arts in the University of Prague. Grammar, rhetoric, and dialectics are my work, while this yokel wouldn't be capable even of learning Latin. Father arranged that I will serve as a teacher in Kuttenberg for 2 years before returning to the university to attend the quadrivium. To teach and be taught, that is real work.
You serve Sir Radzig at the castle.
Aye, and Sir Radzig is very pleased with my work. I can be rightly proud of what I do, and I bring home a nice wage too. The children are fed, and the wife can buy herself a nice scarf from time to time. I'm satisfied with my lot. How many people can say that?
What's so hard about your job?
That's real work. Not like this parasite here does. On my feet from dawn till dusk, feeding, mucking out, grooming. By evening, I'm dead on my feet. I'm doing something real, see? Something that makes sense. Horses are needed for work, for the lords, for riding out, even in times of war. And someone has to care for those horses. All this good-for-nothing can do is mouth off. But he'd never be able to do a real job.
That's all I need to know.
Co mówią? Obaj macie
You're
rację, no.
both right, but not one of you has a grain of sense. Work is work, whether it's done with your hands or your heart.
Ah, rhetoric worthy of Socrates himself, and out of the mouth of a woman. I bow to you, good maiden. The professors of Prague could learn a thing or two from you.
Are you saying this good-for-nothing here, who has to beg for his beer at the tavern, is my equal? But to hell with it. I won't argue.
God be with you, Teresa.
Okej, trochę zmarnowany czas, no ale ciekawostka. Kojarzę tą okolicę, przynajmniej teraz zwiedzę ten zakątek. Gdzie byli strażnicy nie do pokonania.
Greetings.
What's new?
I don't know. Oh, actually, I do know. There's going to be a dance this evening. Are you going?
Maybe. I've got a lot to do still.
They say it's going to carry on tomorrow too. And they'll be roasting a pig. Can't miss that.
So I heard. I wonder how come Sir Radzig allowed it.
No, it wasn't his lordship's idea. It was Master Faithfar's.
Master Tobias? Why would he do that?
I don't...
Oj, szkoda, że tych tańców nie było, nie? Smuteczek.
Teresa, I'm glad to see you.
I te wszystkie pokrzywy tu wyzbierałem. Wszystko to. No zakładajmy do kaczmarki. Może to ostatnia okazja.
Bianca, how come you're up so bright and early?
Papa has me running around from dawn till dusk. You know how it is.
Indeed I do.
I'm glad you're here, Tess. You've got to help me with something. But first, can you go and see Henry for me? He's at the sheepfold by the stockade, as usual.
Oh, playing around with wooden swords again?
Aye, he's getting ready for the life of a mighty warrior.
Well, at least we know he'll be able to protect you from outlaws with wooden swords.
Oh well, boys and their games. Listen, would you
But why don't you bring it yourself?
If Pa saw me running after Henry, he'd tan my hide. But I can't leave him dry in this heat.
Alright, I'll bring the beer to him.
Thanks. And don't forget to tell him it's from me.
Everyone knows
Oczywiście.
all the beer and scallops is from you and your pa.
You know what I mean. And listen, Tess. Once you've given him the beer, come back to me again. Meanwhile, I'll make an excuse to Pa. I need you to go somewhere with me. But I'll tell you all about it after. Run along before the beer gets warm.
Okej. Mogę zagrać? Mogę z nim zagrać, to za chwilę, jak damy piwo. Fajnie.